Crows are more often than not the most misunderstood animal sign there is because most people equate them to omens, but that is not the case. Now, when you see crows in large numbers or in a place where they don't necessarily belong, that often means that you are in the middle of a spiritual transformation or even a spiritual awakening or being guided by a spirit guide or ancestor who is prone to hiding in the shadows and sending you messages that aren't quite direct, but they want you to try to figure them out because they know that you are capable of doing the digging and figuring them out yourself. Now, unlike cardinals, like I did in the previous video, who are peace and comfort, crows bring awareness. They want you to pay attention in that very moment. Sometimes it can mean there's a warning, but that's not always the case. They really just want you to open your eyes and pay attention to your surroundings. As protectors of those spiritual gates, especially if you're going through an awakening or transformation, they want you to become more intuitive and start digging deep into those spiritual recesses that you may have not really been focusing on in that moment, because there is a truth that needs to be revealed to you, but there's some work that you need to do in order to make that truth come forward. So when you see a crow, pay attention to what's going on around you physically, spiritually, and emotionally. Especially if you're in the middle of, making a big decision, or if there are some things that you need to decide. The crow is definitely saying, "Hey, wait a minute, before you make the decision, you need to run those numbers back one more time just to be sure." Think of them as a call to listen more carefully, trust your intuition, and be confident in the decisions that you're going to make. They're basically saying, keep your spiritual eyes and ears on them spiritual streets, head on the swivel at all times, and don't get caught off guard. Now, if anybody else wants to know the message from a particular bird that keeps popping up that they see frequently, flowers, house plants, any of that stuff, drop it below in the comments and I will be happy to answer.